This is Mega Man 10. So we're playing on normal mode, and it's the same deal. We're gonna start on the boss select. 3, 2, 1, go. So we're in Upman stage, which is a giant sewer. It's kind of gross, I guess. I don't think I've said the word gross personally in like 10 years. But the main gimmick is we're underwater. And these, what those Mets were shooting at me were the, I don't know what they're called, but they pretty much just give me permanent ice physics until they wear off. And then there's a, on that last screen there was a current pushing me forward, now there's a current pushing me back. And there's these bubbles that will spawn. I don't think I'll make this cycle now. Yeah, I might. Okay, so that bubble skips kind of hard. Oh, I almost got it again. So you can jump over that Susie and kind of just skip that damage. And I've only seen it done probably about 5 times before. It's like frame perfect. So Pumpman starts off with a shield, and then you kind of want to, like, you can get your hitbox of the Buster into his shield. You just kind of want to hit him 7 times and then go back and hit him a bunch of other, like, try to take down his shield while he's jumping. Get the water shield, which is another shield weapon, and it's not as good as the Jewel Satellite, but it's pretty good. Now, Bunny can be happy because we are in Solar Man stage. So I guess I never explained, this game actually brought back swapping with LNR. So the only time you'll see me go to the menu is to use weapon tanks for any kind of tank. This is a really bad section. Well, I'm just playing really bad, it's kind of easy. These are Suizak and Phoenix, So you want to shoot them 6 times with the Buster, 5 or 6 times, and then get them with the water shield. And as you can see, they can fly across, they can go up and down, it's really annoying. I'm playing this really badly. Health drops. I'm going to try and coil here fast enough so I can just get right to the top of the ladder without being hit. Oh, how do we get it there? I say do the weapon swapping. This game is actually a lot more technical and difficult to get good in. So, Solar Man, You can either jump into the left, middle, or right pits, and I wanted to go into the right pit or middle, which you did. So that little solar thing at the top of his head, he can, if I hit that with the water shield or anything, it'll expand. And if he shoots that off, it'll do way more damage. So you want to try and avoid that. Chillman stage, which is the, I guess the dedicated, we didn't get one in 9, but the nearly required ice stage in every game possible. So the ice physics are really stupid, like in every game ever made. But the game introduces these ice blocks, which after 2 shots, or if you jump on them twice, they'll break. Oops. I don't know what I was doing there. So, I guess I'm taking the bottom path. I wanted to at least kill that second block before the mini stomper got there, because if he knocked me back, he would either knock me into the hole or knock me into a position where if I jumped again, then the block would break. So this is where the weapon canceling gets shown off. And yeah, that's pretty much what happened. Nitro Man, I'm going to start off by jumping over these little car things, and then, yeah, whoops. So I coiled and it instantly went to, water shield to block the sniper those shots, so I didn't have to wait for them. Trucks that oops. So I was about to explain the chill spike, but it kind of demonstrated it for me, where it could freeze enemies, or once it lands it actually turned into spikes, so it was practically made just for this stage with the trucks. Section I kind of just time my solar blazes enough so that Sniper Joe would take a last second hit. So the property of Nitro Man is you saw he was going back and forth, and then you want him to drive over the spike. So as you saw, he kind of stood still, but whenever you freeze him, it automatically stops whatever he's doing and advances him to the next attack pattern. So if you're really stuck, you can just keep freezing him until he jumps backwards. And now we have Rush Jet. This time only after 4 stages, whereas in Mega Man 9 we got it after 5. So this stage's gimmick is these sandstorms that will push you either forward or back. If we took the bottom route, because we had 2 choices there would be a sandstorm that pushed us backwards. And I'm waiting for the time I do a marathon run and accidentally fall down, because then I won't know what to do. But that hasn't happened yet. So those stompers actually have a property where if you're in the air when they see you, they'll do a long jump, and if you're on the ground, they'll do a short jump. So I guess I wasn't in the air at the time of them seeing me. I can kick this stage if you really want me to, but the incentive was to do a solo character run in Bloodstained. So, I'm not good at explaining bosses while I'm fighting them, but Commando Man has a really weird property where whenever he jumps, his 20 frame vulnerability disappears. So you want him to jump just so you can mash wheel cutters into him. Just forgot where to go next. I forgot to explain that every weapon has kind of a second property to it. So the solar blades, it has that fireball, and then it expands. I already explained the chill spike one, and then wheel cutters, it can actually take you up the wall like that. So pretty much the only time now we use ladders is to, unless they're shorter ladders, they will we'll just take them to the very top of them. And we'll see commando bombs pretty soon, where the bomb itself can also deal damage, but then it kind of just explodes, which we will see against Blade Man. I never realized how much, like, the boss road actually works out a lot to where the last force, you get Rush Jet after the first 4 stages. Then the last 4 stages, you actually use a Rush Jet a lot. For Blade Men, you can get double hits. I think I got 1 in there. But the big thing is, once you shoot him at the right wall, you want to shoot him up on the top, on the ceiling, before he shoots you, and then he'll go back to the right wall. So I wanted to grab that ladder because of the thingy there at the bottom. Because if I grabbed the ladder, it would actually reset my fall speed, and then I would have been able to dodge it. But that didn't happen. So the funny thing about Strike, well, it's not really that funny, but like Strike Man stage actually has 0 instant kill spams. So if you accidentally select the stage, you're either finishing it or very slowly game over. Soccer, man. So Strikeman can do either a high jump or a low jump. He gave me the low jump. It's much easier to get the quick kill if he gives you the high jump. And then for the low jump, I just messed it up. Yeah, those ones, they only hurt you. Maybe on hard mode they instant kill, I don't know, I've never played hard mode. So Sheepman stage is the introduction of these disappearing blocks. That's all that's really to it, it's just they disappear after a couple seconds. So the Octo Bulb was a hard mode with Proto Man. I don't know what I just did there. I thought I was gonna jump into the pit. I should really take it and have that for my bloodstain run. I wouldn't touch normal with proto. So you can coil onto that platform, but I'm not going to attempt it. So I went on Rush Jet there to just get more fall velocity. So I'm gonna shoot a rebound striker diagonal up and down because the rebound strikers do more damage with the more walls they hit, and I believe they disappear after if they hit a wall the 5th time. He's got sunglasses. I don't care if he's got sunglasses. He's not a good character, I'm sorry. When I got this emote, but it's an Ice Cube wearing sunglasses. So now we're on the Wily stages, which are actually pretty difficult. Well, they're not really difficult, they just get intense on higher. I don't know what I'm going to say. Better paces, I guess? I've completely lost my ability to speak, apparently. So due to the weapon archives, they will have a boss. So they come in sets of 3, and then they'll have a boss from each game up until, so from 1 through 9, minus Rock Band Forte because that game does not exist. So I shot that football thing fast enough so I could just kill it. So it would still spawn its football, because if you kill the football, it'll spawn it instantly. So in that amount of time, you'll take damage, you can kill it instantly. So that spider is actually based on whether you click the platform or not. Earlier in that section, I think. That's what I've been told this whole time, so I'm just going with that. You take 5 minutes. I've ran myself out of things to say with the game. So the triple blade, I don't think I explained it yet. We'll do so it'll do 2 damage for, so even if all 3 blades hit, it'll only do 2 damage. So you'll need to shoot it a second time quickly to do the full amount of damage. So every 20 frames, pretty much, you have to mash triple blade twice. Yeah, that's terrible. So I'm just gonna wait for the platform. So I could have went, but I wasn't sure what pattern I was on, so I just waited. Because I used to know, I still kind of do some of it, but depending on what pattern, okay, I just had to make sure I got that. Depending on what pattern the birds gave me, I would be able to figure out if I was able to go or not. You can manipulate this entire stage because it's all on a global cycle pretty much, but I'm too lazy to learn that, so I just memorized most of the patterns. This one I'm also gonna wait, because this one I will never know what pattern I'm on for it. Now coming up is the Crab Puncher, which he can, so he has 2 eyes, and then I'm gonna want to shoot my concrete into, or not concrete, but commando into the middle of it. But if he wants to, like he's doing, he can just hide his eyes. So that is the most unoptimal way of doing that, but I just didn't want to use my M-Tank yet. So I think optimally you just use your M-Tank, because you're going to use it anyway, but I didn't want to. Hide in basket. Did I say his name yet? His name is Crab Puncher. It's a really funny name. So now we have a very similar Wily 3 to Mega Man 9, as we are going up and we cannot go anywhere. You can see these little buttons here. They're very annoying because sometimes they can hide the spikes. So if the spike goes by and you jump on it too early, jump on the button too early, you can still hit the spike, even though it seemed to be hidden or past your thingy. I couldn't remember if I had killed the first shrimp or not. Start on the right side. There's gonna be a trick I'll do because you can actually put rush coil on the spikes. So I'm gonna rush coil and then wheel cutter on the door, and then that'll let me enter the door as soon as possible. Because the door is active as soon as you're at the top of the screen. Another devil boss. Would you believe that Capcom made a devil boss? This time it's the block devil. So the ones on the sides will not open up platforms, or not platforms, but they won't create holes. But the ones on the bottom will on normal mode. So I want to do my best to avoid that. And it wasn't a terrible fight. Actually it was, but it's what I'm used to. It's devilish because they are sentient and move. Oh, I didn't switch to... Oh, I went to the wrong weapon. So this is the worst weapon in the game. I never touched it. I touched on it. And this is why. Okay, that was a good backup because you jumped once again. I completely forgot that we're in the boss rush. So that was pretty good, because we want to use only 2 water shields there, because we need some for the second phase of the next boss. Okay, well, we got 2 doubles. I don't remember what weapon I'm going to. That weapon tank we grabbed in Chillman stage we can use for Solar Blade because we need it immediately for the Wily fight. First phase is just Solar Blade, but the second phase is actually a lot more complicated because you need to coil and immediately switch to Water Shield. But that was was pretty good. I'm also forgetting that I have to actually explain things, but we're on the final stage, so I won't have to explain things much for longer. Where is Eggs? We destroyed it though. Now we're in space. So this boss... Oops. So the boss, the Wily boss coming up actually has a... It's the same sort of system, just not as extreme as Mega Man 9. Where the chill spike will go to the ground while he's in the air. And we'll see if we just get lucky, because you can manipulate them, but I don't know how to do that anymore. Am I going to use Beat? No, he's not in this game. Well, yeah, he actually is, but he's in the shop, and he doesn't do damage to anything. That wasn't a terrible first spawn, but I'd like it better. One more hit, the game's over. Time, 37. It's not good, but... So if we got any donations or something, then you can read them.
We're in luck because we do. We have $50 from Polar Bear Bunny. It says for solo character blood-stained incentive. Peas and thank.
Peas and
I
thank.
am definitely all for the peas and thank, yes. And then we have $5 from ZR1 fan. No message, but thank you. That $5 is actually going to go to help a lot of children because No Kid Hungry turns every dollar raised into 10 meals for children. So ZR1 fan, thank you for the 50 meals for children.
Okay, so we have some time to kill. I don't know what to play. I'll think of something quickly. I can play Rhythm Heaven for like 20 minutes. I would have to load up an emulator though.